Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. This time let's take a look at best family board games. So let's jump to it and let's start with something simple. Disney Jungle Cruise Adventure game. It is a mystery and deduction game based on the famous Disney Parks attraction. Players must transport valuable cargo and families of passengers to the Jungle Cruise Navigation Company headquarters. Along the way, they pick up other lost passengers and cargo and navigate, and the aim of the game is to save as many cargo and passengers as possible. Game has a gentle gameplay and is a great choice for families with younger kids. Okay, from one park into another. Jurassic Park Danger. Great game to start learning strategy games. It is easy to grasp even for younger kids. In this game, one player takes on the role of dinosaurs hunting down humans in the jungle. The other players control a group of human characters from iconic film, trying to restore the park's safety systems and make their way out of danger before dinosaurs get to them. Very cool game. Labyrinth. It is a game that refuses to die and go away. Check it out, this game was released in 1986. Yes, in 1986, but it is still alive. It is still available on Amazon. People still play this game and it still competes with its rivals, like for example 3D Labyrinth. Anyway, in this game you will hunt for treasure in ever-changing maze, where you can change the maze by pushing one tile onto the board and another off every turn. So you either open the pass or block rivals. Fast-paced, interesting and very cool game. Next one is CATAN. Another oldish game that still keeps its place on the table. This game was released in 1995 and you can still get it on Amazon and other platforms. Well, the reason is simple. It is a cool and popular game that many people still play and I guess will play for many years to come. It is one of the best trading board games for families where players try to dominate on the island of CATAN by building settlements, cities and roads. Very cool game. Port Royale. It is a card game. Very easy game where you hire a crew and loot ships. Oh yes, we are talking about pirates, of course. They loot ships. Well, it would be strange if the family game list didn't have a game about pirates, isn't it? Well, anyway, base game features a 120 card deck that allows for many strategies to play out. Disney The Haunted Mansion Call of Spirits game. In this game you explore rooms of a ghost-infested house and even go out to the graveyard in search of ghosts, collecting ghost cards and gaining points by socializing with ghosts. As you can see, it is a quite ghostly game. Can be cool Halloween board game for families and friends, but it is quite a smart and strategic game with a lovely design and cool artwork. Okay, from dark and ghostly shadows to something brighter. Photosynthesis. A great colorful game about nature, to be precise, forest. It is a strategy board game where you compete with other players for sunlight. You plant your seeds and then take your trees through the full life cycle of living trees, from seeds to the fully developed trees in blossom, and you earn points as leaves collect energy from the sun. But if you're looking for something vibrant in bit darker tones, then Photosynthesis Under the Moonlight, which actually is a bit newer game, it is released in 2020, will be a great addition to the original Photosynthesis game. In Photosynthesis Under the Moonlight, players move their chosen animal through the forest to collect light from both sun and moon and collect lunar points for their new forest animal to activate special powers. Both games are cool, very great designed, and have well-crafted components. Can be a great gift for someone who is in the biology. Mysterium. Great game for mystery and detective fans. It is a game for up to 7 players where you become a psychic and use special visions to solve the murder of the restless ghost, with one person taking on the role of the ghost itself. Game is very simple. Ghost picks the vision cards that other players try to interpret, follow leads and try to solve mysteries. It is a bit spooky game where game events are happening in 1920s Scotland, and it combines elements of Clue with deeper role-playing. Well, and yes, it can be another great Halloween board game. If you are familiar with Domino game, and of course you are, then you will grasp this next game instantly. Kingdomino. In this game you are building a kingdom with different terrains from domino-shaped tiles. It is simple enough for younger kids to play, but still offers some room to try different strategies so that adults will not be bored as well. You must fill 5 times 5 field and then count points determining who wins. Well, basically it is more or less domino in general terms, and it is fast enough to get through a couple of rounds per evening, morning, day, night, well, whenever you play. Very cool and very easy game. Next one is another movie game, E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, Light Years from Home game. I guess E.T. was one of the first movies about aliens I have ever seen. It was so cool, and you know, even today's its IMDb rating is as high as 7.9. Very impressive. Anyway, this game is a cooperative game for 2 to 4 players. You play as Elliot, Getty and other characters trying to find parts for E.T. communication device to contact its home planet. Very cool game, it will be interesting for different age groups. Let's carry on with another cool movie game. To be precise, a game about movie series. Star Wars Villainous, Power of the Dark Side. I love sci-fi movies and I love Star Wars. What about you? Do you love Star Wars? Write your opinion in the comments. But regarding this game, it is a beautifully designed and full of all iconic Star Wars characters. In this game, players take on the role of one of villains from Star Wars saga. Like in other games from Villainous series, every character has a unique set of victory conditions and the other players can interfere to prevent it from happening. Yeah, cool competitive game, great gift for someone who is a Star Wars fan. Well, if you have a friend or relative who talks like me and says, "Oh, I like Star Wars, it is cool," then for next Christmas get this game as a present. Carcassonne. This game has a numerous series, but let's stick to this original one. In this game you must shape the medieval landscape of the France, making cities, monasteries and farms. It is a competitive tile-laying game for 2 to 5 players, where players must fill in the countryside around the fortified city. The player who makes the most strategic placements of the tiles and followers will score the most points and win in this game. And thanks to random tiles, it is a highly replayable game. Santorini. Cool building game where you build every single turn you build something, aiming to reach 3rd level. It is easy to learn even for younger kids, and it is fun and it is quick to play. Interesting feature of the game is Greek gods, the cards that give players special powers. cool game about ancient times and building. Detective and mystery fans, brace yourself. Scotland Yard Sherlock Holmes Edition. It is a cooperative game where you must chase a mysterious criminal Moriarty across the London. This villain, this Moriarty, can be seen rarely, and he can secretly use hot air balloon to cover his tracks and move elsewhere very quickly. It is very cool and very interesting game. Let's carry on with another interesting cooperative family game, Pandemic. Only this time it is about modern times. In this game, playing as a team of specialists, you must find a cure for deadly viral infection and prevent world from the pandemic. If it was a new game, I would say it is influenced by COVID, but it's not. It was released much earlier in 2008. Very great game where each player has a role and unique abilities. And if you are not horrified enough by Pandemic, then probably the next game can help to accomplish this task. Horrified. Fun game where you must save the town from classic movie monsters like Dracula, Mummy, and the Bribe of Frankenstein, and other villains as well. Each villain behaves differently and can only be defeated if you work together. So, a highly cooperative game, nicely designed and full of fun. The Isle of Cats, great game for cat lovers. And it is a very simple game where you must rescue as many cats as possible before evil Lord Wesh comes to destroy their home. A challenging part of the game is to find a way to make them all fit on your boat. So very interesting game. Azul, very colorful game filled with ornaments. Yes, if you admire colors and geometrical shapes, then this could be a great choice. The goal of the game is to decorate the royal palace of the King of Portugal. You must pick tiles from the suppliers and use them to fill your game board, paying attention to the points that have different sets and patterns. Very nice game. I like all aspects of this game. By the way, which one of these games is your favorite? Share your opinion in comments, but we will carry on with Cascadia, another great game about nature where you must create an ecosystem full with different habitats and wildlife. In this game you take turns building out your own terrain area and populating it with wildlife. It is a tile laying and token drafting game for 1 to 4 players, aged 10 years and up. But there's nothing to stop younger kids from playing if they can grasp the rules. And actually it is a great way to learn some new things about nature and wildlife. And of course, as all of these games, they are not made only for kids. They are very cool games to play as an adult as well. And there is one more game about nature. This one is the third one, I guess. Wingspan and Wingspan Asia. Wingspan a classical edition is cool, but probably Wingspan Asia is even better for families if you have young kids, because Asian birds are a bit more, I guess, colorful and a bit more different, and they have a bit more interesting and sometimes unusual look. Well, it could be more interesting for kids. Probably. What do you think? Anyway, the game has a simple mechanics and beautiful art. It is a card-driven board game that features over 170 birds. Next one is very popular game, and probably many of you know this game. Ticket to Ride. But this time I picked Ticket to Ride Europe 15th anniversary game. It is released in 2021 and it is wonderful introduction to more complex board games. It is a simple game. The aim is to claim different railway routes across Europe using colorful plastic rail cards. You spend cards to claim routes, and there are bonus points for connecting certain destinations. Yes, you're making kind of like a railway line. Extremely replayable, popular, and very cool game. And yes, by the way, all of these games are available on Amazon. If you like to check their price or purchase them, go ahead and check out the affiliate links in description. But now let's carry on with one of the best family games, which has won more awards than any other game in the world, and it sold over 1 million copies. It is Seven Wonders 2nd edition, released in 2020. Yes, this game is absolutely brilliant. It is a great card-based building game for up to 7 players, where you must develop your ancient civilization and build its wonders of the world. Very colorful, very great game. This game is played through the 3 rounds called ages, during which you will choose cards with increasingly powerful effects. Each card you choose will influence your general strategy. Great game for history and culture fans, and in my opinion, one of the best family board games overall. And this is it for this episode. Write in the comments which board game you liked most, and probably you can suggest another title. If you found this episode useful, give it a like, do not forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, following, and interacting. Have a wonderful day, success in gaming, and stay tuned for the next episode.